Good morning, dear students. Today we shall begin the chapter trigonometry. See the name itself here. From here itself you can see that trigonometry. Trigonometry means measurement. Metry means measurement. And trigono means triangle. So measurement of triangles. Trigonometry is the branch of mathematics which deals with measurement of triangles. Now children, you might be thinking, what can we measure in a triangle? Yes, you can measure many things in a triangle. In the early years, you have learned that what is a triangle? A triangle is a three-sided closed figure. Now in that triangle, you have three sides as well as three angles. So angles can also be measured and sides can also be measured. Therefore, in a triangle you can measure sides as well as angles, and hence trigonometry is the term which deals with the science of measuring of triangles. Now let me tell you, dear children, that trigonometry is applied on right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is very special as Pythagoras theorem is one of the theorem which is applied on a right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, the square of the hypotenuse, that means AC square, is equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. AC square will be equal to AB square plus BC square, sum of the squares of the other two sides. So this is the statement of Pythagoras. Now this particular statement of Pythagoras theorem has a lot many of applications in this trigonometry. Okay. Now dear students, in trigonometry we have ratios. We learn about the ratios. First ratio I would like to introduce you. The first ratio is sine ratio. Sine ratio. Sine ratio. And when you measure it, you don't write SINE. You write sine A or sine theta or sine phi. Whatever it is as per the angle. These are the angles. Okay. Now see here, I have shown two right angled triangles. In both, the names of the sides are same in both the triangles. You can see this is ABC and triangle ABC, and this is also triangle ABC. And 90-degree angle B is 90 degree in this triangle also, and angle B is 90 degree in this triangle also. But only the other angle theta is given here for angle A, and theta is given here for angle C in this particular triangle. Now, how do you calculate the ratio of sine? Sine ratio. How do you calculate the ratio of sine? We calculate the ratio of sine. Find the sine theta. Sine theta is calculated by the ratio opposite side by hypotenuse. Opposite side by hypotenuse. Children, you might have studied it in the way perpendicular by hypotenuse, but you have to keep in mind that perpendicular changes with the angle. See here, if you consider this angle theta, then your perpendicular will be BC, and if you consider this theta as angle, then your perpendicular will be AB. So children, rather than keeping in mind P by H, B by H like this, it would be better if you learn using the ratios opposite side by hypotenuse and adjacent side by hypotenuse. See, what is opposite side? If you consider yourself here, if you are standing here, in front of you falls BC. So therefore, this is the opposite side. And you can touch this one, AB. AB is touching you. See, you are standing here and AB is touching you. Therefore, this is adjacent to you. So this side is adjacent side, this side is opposite side, and this side always remains the hypotenuse. Now see, if you consider theta here, then what will be your sine theta? See, this will be BC by AC. This is equal to BC by AC. But when you consider theta here, your sine theta will be equal to how much? This one is the opposite side. Now when you are standing here, the side opposite to you is AB and this is the opposite side. Okay, this will become your adjacent side and this will be your hypotenuse. So here your sine theta will be AB by AC. Your sine theta will be equal to AB by AC. Now children, you can easily find it out that when your theta changes, your sine ratio changes. See here your sine ratio is BC by AC and here your sine ratio is AB by AC. So better than keeping in mind P by H, B by H, P by B like this, it would be better if you learn using opposite side by hypotenuse, adjacent side by hypotenuse and opposite side by adjacent side for the different ratios. Okay, first we have learned about the sine ratio here. Suppose you want to find the cos ratio. Cos theta will be equal to adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Now what is the adjacent side here? Here your adjacent side is AB and your hypotenuse is AC. So this will be AB by AC. Now if you try to find out the cos ratio here, so here your cos theta will be equal to, what is your adjacent side? Your adjacent side is BC and your hypotenuse is AC. So here your cos ratio will be equal to BC by AC. I hope children you now understood why the ratios changes its sides when angles change their place. So rather than keeping in mind your Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Hari Bol, if you keep it as O and A, see sine theta will be equal to O and cos theta will be equal to A. See, opposite side by hypotenuse and adjacent side by hypotenuse. Sine theta O, opposite side by hypotenuse. Cos theta A, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Children, now you have to keep one thing in your mind. Theta is always tracked between adjacent side and hypotenuse. Look here. Here also your adjacent side is, see, this is the adjacent side, this is the hypotenuse and theta is in between these two. See. And here also theta is between hypotenuse and adjacent side. See. Theta is between adjacent side and hypotenuse. So the side which is not attached with this theta is your opposite side, and one side is hypotenuse, that you can easily identify. Now the side which is left is your adjacent side. So let us now try to find out the other ratios. Okay, children, see, sine theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, isn't it? Then we have seen that cos theta is equal to how much? Now what side is left? Adjacent side by hypotenuse. Now when you know these two things, my dear children, all the other ratios will become very easy for you, because after these two ratios you will have tan ratio, tan theta, and tan theta is nothing but sine theta by cos theta. You keep this in mind. Now sine theta by cos theta means opposite side by hypotenuse divided by adjacent side by hypotenuse. See here, when you invert it, you will get opposite side by hypotenuse multiplied by hypotenuse by adjacent side. So hypotenuse will be crossed and you will be left with opposite side by adjacent side. Okay, now tan theta. Now the reverse of tan theta is your cot theta. Cot theta will be simply adjacent side by opposite side. Adjacent side by opposite side. Now see, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cot theta. Now reciprocal of sine. You have to find the reciprocal of sine. What is the reciprocal of sin theta? Let me tell you. Reciprocal of sin theta means 1 by sin theta. Okay, 1 by sin theta. 1 by sin theta is termed as cosec theta. See, sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So cosec theta will be equal to hypotenuse by opposite side. And next is your 1 by cos theta, reciprocal of cos theta, and that is termed as sec theta. That is termed as sec theta, and that will be equal to, look here, sec theta, cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse, so your sec theta will be hypotenuse by adjacent side. So see children, you have to master sin theta and cos theta first. When you master sin theta and cos theta, it will be very much easier for you to master the other ratios. Sin theta divided by cos theta will give you tan theta. Sin theta divided by cos theta will give you tan theta. And when you find the reciprocal of tan theta, you will see that it will be equal to cot theta. Reciprocal of sin theta will be cosec theta. Reciprocal of cos theta will be sec theta, and reciprocal of tan theta will be equal to cot theta. So it's not very difficult, but you have to practice more and more to get these things into your mind. Children, now let us consider one triangle, right angled at B, and let us say that AB is equal to 3 cm, BC is equal to 4 cm. Then by Pythagoras theorem, AC will be equal to 5 cm. This is one of the example of Pythagorean triplet, which is also known as primitive Pythagorean triplet 3, 4 and 5. So let us consider a triangle having length 3 cm, 4 cm and 5 cm, which is having right angle at B. Now see, let us practice our ratios here. Suppose we are trying to find the sine ratio. Okay, sine ratio of, let us see, take the angle A here, this angle. I am considering this angle. So see, when I am considering this angle, opposite side is 4. So I am putting here as opposite side. Adjacent side is 3, because see, this is angle and adjacent side is always attached with this angle. So this is adjacent side and this one is hypotenuse. There is no need to confuse, because we always identify hypotenuse, which is the longer side in a right angle triangle. Now let us try to elaborate all the ratios here. Now see, sine angle A. How much is your sine angle A? Opposite side 4 by 5. Your sine angle here is 4 by 5. What is your cos angle? What is your cos angle? Cos angle is adjacent side by hypotenuse 3 by 5. Only if you are able to find out these two things. Now see, very simply you can complete the other ratios. Tan of A. Tan of A will be sine by cos, so that will be 4 by 3. Cot of A, it is reverse of tan, so 3 by 4. Then cosec of A. Cosec of A is reciprocal of sine, so it will be 5 by 4. And sec of A. Sec of A is reverse of this, so that will be equal to 5 by 3. See here children, how we can write down the ratios of all the trigonometric functions when you know this sine and cos. See, sine A is 4 by 5, cos A is 3 by 5. If you know sine A and cos A, you can quickly write down tan A, cot A, cosec A and sec A. Children, now let us see how to find out the ratios of sine C, cos C, tan C. That means this angle. Okay. Let us consider this angle. Now, which one is the opposite side of sine angle C? Okay, sorry, angle C. So, for angle C, the opposite side is this one and adjacent side is this one. because angle is here, your angle is here, and it is always trapped between adjacent side and hypotenuse. So for this angle, adjacent side is this one and opposite side is this one. So if you want to find the ratio of sin C, so sin C will be equal to 3 by 5. Here sin C will be equal to 3 by 5. Now when sin C is equal to 3 by 5, cos C will be equal to 4 by 5. Cos C will be equal to 4 by 5. Now how much will be your tan C? 3 by 4. Look here. Tan C will be equal to 3 by 4. Cot C will be equal to 4 by 3. Cosec C will be equal to 5 by 3. Sec C will be equal to 5 by 4. After jotting down from here, you can recheck from here also. Okay. See, sin C 3 by 5. So cosec C will be just the reciprocal of sin C. So it will be 5 by 3. Cos C 4 by 5 means sec C will be 5 by 4. Tan C sin C by cos C. So 3 by 4. And if tan C is 3 by 4, you will get cot C as 4 by 3. Now from this you can do one observation, children. It's very important. You have to see this. See, sin A is equal to 4 by 5. Let me change this color so that it will be more visible to you. See, sin A is equal to 4 by 5, and if you can see here, your cos C is also equal to 4 by 5. We are considering the same triangle here. Only in one triangle we have tried to find the ratios of A as well as the ratios of C. Now when we have taken out the ratios of A and ratios of C, what is our observation? See, sin A is equal to cos C, cos A is equal to sin C. Okay, and see, tan A is equal to cot C, and cot A is equal to tan C. Cosec A and sec C. See, cosec A is equal to sec C and sec A is equal to cosec C. Why is it so? Because angle A is equal to 90 minus C, isn't it? See, suppose this angle is 30, then this angle will be 60. If this is 45, this will also be equal to 45. Okay, if this is 50, this will be 40. Now see what we have got here. What we have got, sin A is equal to, I am considering only one angle. From here you can find all the conclusions clear. See here, cos C. Sin A is equal to cos C. But if you change this C, you will come to know that sin A, angle C is always 90 minus A. So 90 minus A. So sin of theta is always equal to cos of 90 minus theta. Because see, when we are considering angle, sine angle, see, sine angle is opposite side by hypotenuse. Here see, sin A is opposite side by hypotenuse. But for angle 90 minus A, that is C, this opposite becomes adjacent here. That's why see here, sin A is equal to cos C. That means sin of A is equal to cos of 90 minus A. Dear children, let us go with some more things in this chapter. See, this is a right angle triangle ABC. Right angle at B. B is 90 degree. And at A, I have taken theta. And in front of theta, BC is lying. So BC is your opposite side. And with theta, adjacent side is AB. And as you all know, AC is your hypotenuse. Let us jot down the trigonometric ratios here. What will be the sine of theta? Sine of theta will be equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, that is BC by AC. Okay. What will be your cos theta? What will be the cos ratio? Cosine ratio? Adjacent side by hypotenuse, that is AB by AC. Okay. AB by AC. Now children, suppose we move to the next part of right angle triangle, that is in a right angle triangle, we know that some squares of the perpendicular and base will be equal to the square of the hypotenuse. That means AB square plus BC square is equal to AC square. This is as per Pythagoras theorem. This you are getting as per the Pythagoras theorem. If you do not consider the sine values, if you just go through the triangle, you will see that this is the perpendicular, this is the base, and this is your hypotenuse. So what does Pythagoras theorem states? Pythagoras theorem states that square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. So AB square plus BC square will be equal to AC square by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, now see, when you are getting this, you can divide both numerator, both the LHS as well as RHS by AC square. Now suppose you are dividing this by AC square, you will get AB square by AC square plus BC square by AC square is equal to 1. Children, here AC square, I have split the LHS. It has become AB square by AC square plus BC square by AC square. That will become AC square by AC square. Now see, here your RHS is equal to 1. Now AB square by AC square. What is your AB square by AC square? See the ratio here. AB by AC is cos. So AB square by AC square will become cos square theta plus BC square by AC square. Now BC by AC is your sine. So BC square by AC square will be equal to your sine square theta. That will be equal to 1. So this is the identity, and very important identity to solve questions in your next exercise. Okay, cos square theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. You can start this from this part, like from Pythagoras theorem, or you can directly take out sine value, cos value. Then if you find out sine square theta, it will be BC square by AC square, cos square theta will be AB square by AC square, and if you add sine square theta plus cos square theta, you will get BC square by AC square plus AB square by AC square. There you can bring the denominators common, so it will become BC square by AB square by AC square. Now your BC square plus AB square will be equal to AC square. So again you will get AC square by AC square, that will be equal to 1, and therefore your sine square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. You can solve this identity in any way, in whatever way you like, that depends on you. Now from here you will know that cos square theta will be equal to 1 minus sine square theta, and sine square theta will be equal to 1 minus cos square theta. Similarly, if you will prove, you will come to know that 1 plus tan square theta will be equal to sec square theta, and 1 plus cot square theta will be equal to cosec square theta. So these two are also very important identities. See, if from here you will get sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, and cosec square theta minus cot square theta is equal to 1, or tan square theta will be equal to sec square theta minus 1, and cot square theta is equal to cosec square theta minus 1.